Well, welcome, and welcome to my channel. This is Kate in the nest. I'm not quite home in my nest, but I make a nest wherever I go. So I'm so grateful for you joining me. I have had the most wonderful time in the States, and I've said it many times before, you can never be lonely ever when you're in this community. So I'm having a little bit of a timeout break on my way home. So I've been on planes for many hours. So today I thought I'd share with you some bits and pieces, what I've been actually doing. You can see there's lots and lots of threads, because the one thing on a plane is you can't take your big scissors. So I would always recommend these little travel snips. They go through any airport with anyone, absolutely fine. They do the job, but so they're snips rather than scissors. Speaking of snips and scissors, always on the eye out for little bits and pieces. And look what I found. Aren't these adorable? Oh, they are adorable. That's the case. And somewhere I've got some itty bitty tiny pink scissors. They go in there. Now, I do this just to share my fun. And it's just absolutely things that bring us joy and make us smile. There was a tulip pear in lemon that I could have got just under $1, and just handy. They're quite sharp actually. Okay, so where are we up to? I actually have my other, that's just eye candy for us. I've got my other scissors out of my suitcase now, which is going to be a lot of fun. Not sure whether I showed you all of these little pins and badges I picked up in Kansas. I'm not sure, but there's a little tiny butterfly that I think needs to end up on this pouch. So what have I done? Quite a lot of embroidery, and happy with this flower, happy with this one. This I put the stitching round prematurely, and I've learned that I don't like that rounded look, and I'm just learning and experimenting with my thread painting, so I'm going to make them a little bit more pointed. I do love going over and over and over and over, so that's been fun. I was also quite happy with I just decided, rather than to do cantha, I'm not great at cantha, and you can see like even my straight stitches go wonky, which is okay. I've been doing some daisy sorts of stars to fill in the gaps, so it's giving texture, lots of variation, and yeah, happy with that. On the plane I harvested many different pieces, so again the message is, if something's not sitting well, just change it. So I actually took quite a number of the patches off, and this one is still loose because I'm not sure I want to use that. That's Rachel's fabric, but I don't know where. And here I really enjoyed this. I just was sort of going free form over this very faint flower background, French knots in the center there, and so it's sort of a pink and orange now lifting off this very beige background. This side has, it's just almost accidental, but it's ended up with more of the green from the prints I used from Miss Rose Sister Violet. So I've been intentionally trying to lift get some more pinks and some pops, but this side needs some orange, I think, or pink or something bright. I had a collage strip down there that I didn't like, so I took it off and just left that strip. A few of these daisies, a few cross stitches, work in progress, but at this point it's just fun to just keep doing what I'm doing. Now, in order to get this needle, I'm sure you can see I'm not going to bob up. This is the first time I'm sitting on a lounge with a little tiny oval table, which is the perfect height. So variety is the spice of life, as they say. So let's just take one more stitch. That's a thunderstorm coming. So how are you going? I know it's been weekend. I think in Australia it's the King's holiday weekend. I truly won't get acclimatized till I'm home in my nest, so I'm just doing it as I go. But yeah, just grateful for every day, really, and friendships and family and community and all those things. So I hope you're feeling that too, whatever's happening to you. Alright, so never waste a little bit of this beautiful wool. So I quite like this stitchy side. It's the most stitching I've done for a while, and you know, I did that because I was on the plane and couldn't cut up little bits. But I'm feeling, oh, I should show you this too. So my little swan has had even more work done. I've gone right round. I haven't done any more in there, but across there and more. I didn't have any reddish colours with me on the plane, but always recommend a tiny little needle book. And see, look, as I promised, all the needles have disappeared. I don't think they're lost. And the other thing I had with me, you've seen this before, but just handy to have a variety needle threader, and don't know what that's called, but I use all my pieces, and that's why I make practical things. All right, the new little, oh, it's pretty on the back too, I didn't even realize. I came across this. It's meant to be a little kerchief, but what I like are the crochet flowers, and they are in cotton. I'm seeing a lot of crocheted flowers being used in clothes at the moment and in different pieces, bags, but I notice a lot are nylon or acrylic, and I'm trying to stay true to, and there are times where we have to use what we have, but this one is cotton. And so here we are, a little harvest. That's a flower for you today. But look at that on the back. I think that's even better. So I'm thinking 3 flowers down. I would have liked, maybe, let's see. I was about to say I would have liked one up there, but the question is, what would stop you, Kate? It's your piece. I'll be going over that piece of one of my roses, but I'm a diagonal from the right girl. So let's put that there. Pins may be a problem because, not a problem, but just where they are. So let's do a harvest there. That's making me happy and joyful and floppy. Okay, shall we have a look at this side? Because this is the one I said needs, yeah, it's the green here. I've actually gone over the, just check that I'm in the middle and this is all straight. Do you need to come up a bit more? Gosh, watch out everyone. Let's see that. I've gone over these green leaves in the variegated, and that's helping, but the colour story is just not quite working for me yet. So let's have a look. Now I'm wishing I bought 2 of these. Okay, let's audition. The orange is too strong. The pink, I haven't got a sort of a corner to put it on. The other thing I do have is this that I bought. No, yeah, a little bit tricky. I'll harvest another of these flowers, the pink ones, because that could bring it continuity. So nice to be chatting with you again. I do really miss it, and I know people go, you know, why do you do it and how many times do you post? And I just do it when I can and when I feel like it, and that's most times, unless I'm, you know, not near a place with a desk and time. So that is pretty. I wonder if we could, yeah, maybe, like I did the flop test. Let's do that. Where does she want to go? Yep. So in this garden, I accidentally did a bow there. I was trying to follow the line of the fabric, but it was, okay, but I quite like that orange there. Okay, so how about we move her into this garden there, so it's not, I lose one of those. You just have to be open. Let's put her there. And let's see if we can thread up a needle and actually get stitching. Let's do this one first. I'm very happy with that there. I don't know whether I've got any yellow with me. Oh, I've got that, which is what I've been using there. My system of dividing wool into one and cotton into another on my latest leg with, oh! was really useful. So I've got perles and cottons in there and wools in another. So 2 pouches. Let's use, we're very woolly, so let's continue woolly here. So happy to be stitching again with a bit of room for my elbows. I'm getting better, you know, you just have to be conscious of the people beside you, and yeah, I'm sort of experimenting. With what works for me. It was funny, on the latest trip I was trying not to disturb other passengers, and the hostess came along and she said, oh, that's very pretty, and then she just reached above me and turned the light on, and suddenly I could see what I was doing, and I hadn't realized, you know, the lights, you know, they're always sort of artificial and they're trying to help you get attached to the zone, but gee, that made a difference, because I realized I'd been totally stitching in the dark. Oh, okay. I wore my few travel stories. I was working on a wearable that I haven't shared with you yet when I was over there, and I actually bought it in Kansas and little bits and pieces, and I've stitched it and I'm really happy with it, and I've put some pins and things on it. And what was funny is you had to take your I had to take your coats off anyway to go through the screening machine, but I put it down and I thought, oh my gosh, I have put so much metal on that jacket, and I'm thrilled with it. So that's my new thing, collecting pins, I think they're called, or badges. I've never been into that before, but they tell a story in themselves. So before I get home, if I have time, I'll share that with you. Okay, we've got a lot of wool left, and so I'm going to do my favorite thing, which is to do lots over and over, like a top stitch with the wool. Now, a few people have noticed I've been long without my white nail polish because it all dried up, because I'm the person who doesn't put lids on and I'm impatient, and I just grabbed some more and tried to put it on, but of course you have to be patient and let it dry, and of course it's all smudged, so, and I can see I've got stripes, so I'm just showing how my authentic self to you, because I wanted to get stitching with you quite quick. So I'm on the way. It's always a growth mindset, as I say. Not there yet. I was thinking I could even maybe splurge. I don't know whether it's how much it costs even, but imagine if I found somewhere that would do white nails for me professionally, and I could get all of them done. I've never done that because I play the piano, and it just chips straight away, and long nails just go clickety click. But I'm stitching at the moment, so stay tuned. Yeah, so I've got some wearables coming up, and I'll start a new project that isn't a pouch, and who knows what else. Okay, so you get the hang of that. And so I'll just finish that off so I can get the needle out, and I'll start with another colour over the top, probably a thicker one. Okay, so we have a flippy floppy flower. I was just thinking, would that not be a beautiful home for this little tiny butterfly? Or she could be flying up to that flower. Oh, fill in that gap. Who knows? I'll leave her off for a little. Oh, no, I can't. Let's just sit her there so she can be happy. I know where she is. Thrifted, of course. I needed to fly that way. Okay, so you've got the hang trinket. Don't know what that yellow is. Let's pull that out. Okay, let's look at this side. Now, if you were me, what would you be doing to pick up the pinks? And okay, so it's the fluoro, isn't it, really? Fluoro, wool, that is not here enough. So I have to get these oranges and yellows happening. Wonder, no, I was going to say, I wonder if a half it'd make me happy. It's just not quite right this side, but it will get there. So let's pick up this. May just be analysing it for me. Let's try. It's upside down a bit, maybe. We put a little tag up there, cover that greeny bit. I haven't asked it if you're stitching along with me, but I sure hope you are. Then we've got this green up here that needs covering, and I feel like I need a scrap of something. Bring this one out. Nothing there. I haven't got everything out of my bag yet. Or my little, I will have some doily bits that I can use. You see, I'm not settled. But I'm afraid of the internet. Like if I do this in 2 parts, it might, there we go. It might take hours and hours to join. I've got that little tiny scrap, which is less green and has a little bit of pink. Oh. Oh. No, I'm not strong enough. Under there. It's a start, and maybe I can canvas that up and down, or actually do some flowers. All right, let's go with this. So I've done a knot up underneath. I'm really just going up in between the petal. I do love these little flowers. I should have bought more. Oh, actually, I've got another one, but it's a different. I'll save that for another time. Who knows, I might find more of these somewhere else. Eyes open all the time when you're a slow stitcher and collager. Nearly round. Okay, so let's duck up here. Let's start with some Cantha to get this little piece on. Now I think it was on the Facebook group, was asking about where you find pouches already made like this. You can find them in thrift stores. Keep your eyes glued, but I know Amazon, and in Australia I got these ones from Spotlight, like, and they come in a pack of 3. So, and you know, they do have a plastic zipper, which isn't vintage, but sometimes, like for this, because it's going to hold bits and pieces for me, that's okay. Because I haven't made it from scratch, I put the blanket down first and then laid the fabric over the top. And I could line it to cover up all the things in there, which I might on this one. Put a little interesting, happy, I think I know what I'm going to do just by saying that out loud. So 1, 2, 3, let's do 5 of these, 5 rows, the odd number love of mine. Oops. I'm trying to think about how to name my videos better for you, because I really like the feedback, and I tend to do lots of little different projects. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'll do one more, so it has to be 7. Yeah, and whether I just start calling everything episodes, or whether you like seeing like a pouch in 3 parts, or anyway, if you've got any ideas, it'd be great to share that, because you know me, I've got multiple things happening all the time. No wonder you don't know what I'm up to, because I don't know myself. All right, here we go. What are we going to make here? Maybe depends what colour the cotton's going to come out. But for the moment, I'm just going to make a really big cross stitch first of all, or star. And see, all these wools with a variegation are different. So that's where, see, this one's bringing up the deeper pink, whereas that was more oranges, and I need to find that. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, I've done 6. Gosh, where am I? Oh, I'll go down there. Pulled it too tight. I'm just going to pull that out. And I probably need to stop very soon. I need a bright orange. Get rid of the green part. This may not be right, but I threaded the pin then. Okay, let's get to this. I haven't done one of these for ages, and certainly not in a different colour. Coming up through here, and we're going to weave over and under. Cover up some of that crimson. Oh, I was just thinking I haven't checked my, I've made lots of videos. Anyway, it's still working for the moment. All right, so under, what have I done? Under, over, under, over, under, something's gone crazy. Under, over. One, two, three, four, five. You can see it again. Under, over, under, over, under. We'll just keep doing this. I'm just going to break the pattern and see what happens. Under, over, under, over, under, over. Yeah, something's weird. It's probably I haven't got the right number of spokes. Look, it's just Kate. Under, over, under. Oh, 6. I've got 6. That's why. That's why. So everyone, it has to be an uneven amount. But that orange is making me happy. Oh gosh. Not now because I was so impatient. Let's go back there. Over, under. Please do not give me a dislike because I haven't done this right. I know it's not right. But I've made the mistake, so you can do a refresher. And it still goes round and round. I want to go over and get rid of that crimson. Now we're at the top here. Let's pretend that's the end and come back up here. Oops. Okay, and do stuff like that. And what will we do? Let's just run these across. There we go. I've got plenty and I might make those crosses. So there you are, my friends, a little bit of an update on the pouch that was quite naked before I left home. Can't even remember how long ago that was. 10 days? I'm not sure. Doesn't matter. Each day is a joy. All right. So what have we done? We've added that beautiful daisy there, this there, and a butterfly. So till next time, I'll see you again soon. Have a great day. Happy stitching, and thank you for being with me. Lots of love, Kate. Bye.